rocks are sharp. Hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you all for tuning into my 57th episode of Project Renaissance Man. Today I'm going to be talking about individuality and the importance of individuality. So in the world we live in today, there's so many people that sound the same, they act the same. You know, a lot of carbon copy people out there. And, individuality is not in compliance with the ways of society. Society recognizes people that are, manufactured, they're the same, and you grow bored with that, we're not meant to be the same. We're meant to be individuals. So I'm going to give you guys a few pointers on how you can more easily become individuals. Very first one is alone time is a necessary component for reflection of self and society. In order for us to be able to see how society works and what's really going on in the world today, where there are things that need improvement and things that are to be admired, as impressive, we need to take a step back, and look at these things from an outside perspective. Well, the only way to do that is to step outside of it. We can't be among society when we're doing this. And so when you interact with a lot of people that are heavily sociable, a lot of times they tend to be deficient in this area because they're never alone. They never give themselves alone time to reflect. Being in your head all the time is not necessarily a good thing, but there's a place for that, a very important activity it is. So you need to make time to reflect upon society and also reflect upon yourself. See where you can improve as a person. When you're tangled up in society, you're not paying attention to how you can be a better person. A lot of people lean on the whole I'm not perfect card. Nobody's perfect. That doesn't mean you can't be excellent. They do something wrong and it becomes habitual to lean on this card, to play this card, to say, well, yeah, I screwed up here. No matter how bad it is, I screwed up here, but I'm not perfect. You know how lazy that is? It's morally lazy. Second pointer I have for you guys is bring yourself to the party. Don't bring your representative to the party. I used to have a really good friend, Will. Shout out to you. He used to tell me when we used to hang out a lot that, when you go on a date, you're meeting the representative of the person. You're not really meeting that person. And it's so true. So the problem with this is eventually the truth's going to come out. So you may as well be who you really are on the first date, because then you don't have to worry about changing. You are who you are. And if they want to go on a second date with you because they liked who you really are, that's a win-win. If you pretend to be something you're not, and put on a show, eventually that's going to come out. It's going to cause a lot of issues. You're going to have wasted your time and the other person's time. And this doesn't just pertain to romantic relationships. This pertains to relationships with friends, potential friends. You gauge people. You feel their vibes. And if you feel like there's something off, don't invest in that. You know how many people are in this world? So bring yourself to the party. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? You're going to end up, it's great because you're going to separate the people who like you for who you are from the people who don't like you for who you are. And so the people who don't like you for who you are, they're going to be repelled. They're not going to want to even be around you, which is great. You don't want them around you. The people who like you for who you are going to gravitate towards you. And that's what you want, because they're going to like you for the real you. Third pointer I have with regard to developing individuality is words of criticism only carry weight if you acknowledge that they do. Somebody can talk all the trash they want on me because, number one, they are lying. What they're saying is false about me, and then what does it matter? It doesn't mean anything, if it's false. But if it's true, I need to own that and be like, okay, I can improve in this area, whatever. But this can definitely, chase you off and outside of your individuality because you become so fearful of other people's criticisms and the way they view you that you're afraid to be you, because they're criticizing the real you. And you don't even accept yourself, which is terrible. You live in this, if you adopt this mentality, this mindset, you end up becoming trapped in this box of criticisms. Your mind is always playing the game like, well, how should I act in front of this person? What should I do when this person does this? And you're not just being you. You're not living freely. Criticism is a great way to imprison yourself if you give it weight, that it doesn't deserve. So those are the 3 pointers I have for you guys. Thank you all for tuning into my 57th episode of Project Renaissance Man. Let's see if you can get a quick view back there. Mountains. And if you guys have enjoyed watching this video and you feel you have benefited from it, please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And I'll see you all next time. Later.